Shout out to our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. See why over 3 million members love Dollar Shave Club. They are all so confident in the quality of all of their products that now you can get your first month of the club for just $1 and the shipping is free. After that, it's just a few bucks a month. No long-term commitment, no hidden fees. Learn more or get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/no. Welcome to The Know, I'm Mica Burton. Horizon Zero Dawn was a smash hit for Sony earlier this year, and it looks like Microsoft has taken notice. A new job posting over at LinkedIn shows that Microsoft is very keen to have their own version of Guerrilla's game for the Xbox. According to the posting, which was made by a recruiter who finds talent for high-profile industry companies, Microsoft is looking for a lead environment artist for a game similar to Horizon Zero Dawn. No word on what this game is or when we'll see it, you know, assuming it doesn't get the old scale-bound treatment after a few E3s. RIP. And speaking of E3, it looks like Sony has had a bit to say about upcoming games following last week's press conference. If you were looking forward to some heavily rumored titles that didn't quite make the cut at the show, well, you might be in luck, because according to PlayStation boss Shuhei Yoshida, there's plenty more on the way. Yoshida said in an interview with Jagged Play, "There are things we have held, things we chose not to show during this E3. Of course, there will be some more news coming out from our teams later this year." As for when we'll hear this news, we might have some clues about that as well. Sony marketing chief Jim Ryan indicated last week after skipping Gamescom and Paris Games Week in 2016, the company may host their own press conference at an upcoming European show. We've barely got any details about the long-awaited and beautiful-looking Beyond Good and Evil 2, which got its surprise reveal last week at E3, but we at least know what platforms the game might be coming to. Ubisoft Spain announced in a now-deleted tweet over the weekend that the Sci-Fi Monkey open-world exploration game will be coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC, and the Nintendo Switch. But of course, now that tweet is gone, and there's no telling which part of that was true, or if any of it was true, because the game could indefinitely be delayed to the next generation for all we know. The saga of Hitman developers IO Interactive seems to have found a happy ending. After Square Enix announced recently that they'd be putting the company up for sale, it looks like they've decided to let them part ways on their own terms. IO CEO Hakana Brock wrote on the developer's website, "I am proud to announce today that IOI is now officially an independent studio. We have successfully concluded our negotiations with Square Enix and have agreed to a management buyout. Crucially, we will keep all of the rights to the Hitman IP. That's definitely good news, but we're of course not sure what it means for the future of the series and how they plan on rolling out the rest of Season 2 of Hitman, or if they'll even follow the same model as last time, but for now, congrats IO, we can't wait to see what you do." Everyone's got strong opinions about the Switch's oft-lampooned voice chat option, which will be done through your mobile phone in a separate app rather than on the console itself. However, Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé has come to the Switch's defense. In a new sit-down with Kotaku, Fils-Aimé said about the Switch's voice chat, "In terms of the APIs that we can build into an app, the fact that the phones are ubiquitous, the fact that it allows us to do much more rapid improvements and updates to the service, that's why we think a phone execution, and specifically a mobile phone app execution, is going to be better for the consumer." When asked about Splatoon 2's clunky setup, Fils-Aimé said that's only the solution provided by one supplier. So there will potentially be multiple ways to configure this already confusing setup. Great solution! More wires! 50 wires! 20 headsets! With all the enormous games at E3, it's only natural to wonder which of those titles got the biggest buzz of the show. And out of all the games present, it looks like the championship belt belongs to EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2. Well, that's kind of surprising. YouTube Trends reported on the top 10 most viewed games from E3 on YouTube, with Battlefront 2's trailer leading the pack with nearly 8 million views. The next most watched trailers belong to Assassin's Creed Origins, FIFA 18, Call of Duty World War II, God of War, Super Mario Odyssey, Spider-Man, Anthem, Need for Speed Payback, and Dragon Ball FighterZ. But seriously? All of those games over Ooblets? No one cared about Ooblets? Have you seen Ooblets? If you played Destiny and had no idea what the darkness was, you're not alone. Neither did Bungie. Game Informer reports that the developer has no plans to bring back the term in Destiny 2. Director Lucas Smith said in an interview that, "We never really said what the darkness means. Ultimately, we do owe our players a story there. What is the darkness? But that's not this game. We wanted to remove as much of the extra terminology as possible and focus on telling the Destiny 2 story." He added that Destiny 2 is about light and what happens when it's taken from you, and the lengths that Guardians will go to get it back. Wow, so a developer admitted that they're just making it up as they go along? This really explains the plot of Kingdom Hearts and Lost and every other long-running game. Do developers know what they're doing? Come on, guys, get it together. Bethesda says that it will eventually make Elder Scrolls 6, but it's got a lot of other projects to do first. Bethesda marketing boss Pete Hines told GameSpot that the developer wanted to work on some other stuff and do some other things, not vague at all, after releasing Fallout 4, which was the company's most successful game ever. Hines said that, quite honestly, they didn't want to just be the developer that was just Elder Scrolls Fallout for the rest of their development careers. Bethesda boss Todd Howard said that the studio is currently working on 3 big and crazy projects, and judging from Hines' comment, it sounds like none of them are Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, well, but we're still interested. The indie game publisher Devolver Digital lost a lot of money on its Renegade E3 festival, and it says that E3 is to blame. Not their trippy press conference at all, no. As it usually does, Devolver held a piggyback festival last week in a parking lot near E3 to try and get some attention for its indie games. But Devolver co-founder Mike Wilson said that when they attempted to expand to a second parking lot this year, they were blocked by the city of Los Angeles. And Wilson suspects that it was E3 who was behind it. Polygon reported that Wilson said, "Obviously, they have a lot of sway with the city. Phone calls were made and threats. We were being bullied." The claim was strongly denied by the Entertainment Software Association, which runs E3. Wilson said that Devolver lost about $100,000 on E3 this year and plans to hold an alternate games festival in Austin next year. Hey, that's here! The Wonder Woman movie has hit another milestone, passing the $500 million mark worldwide in its third weekend. That's a lot of millions. And it also is on track to make more than $300 million domestically, something Man of Steel didn't even do back in 2013. All in all, it's yet another milestone for a history-making movie, and some much-needed good news for DC. Wonder Woman has been well received by critics too, and it's currently got a 92% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So congrats, Wonder Woman, we're all rooting for you. It turns out that those alleged leaks about the DC Extended Universe that have been going around the internet are probably bogus. A recent post on 4chan says that, among other things, Supergirl will be introduced in an upcoming Man of Steel 2 sequel, which will also introduce the supervillain Brainiac. That rumor was shot down completely on Twitter yesterday by Humberto Gonzalez, a reporter for The Wrap. The alleged leak also said that Wonder Woman 2 is basically a done deal, with Cheetah and Circe being discussed as main villains. Oh, and the villains for Suicide Squad 2 could include Maxwell Lord, Scarecrow, or Bane. Gonzalez said on Twitter that the leaks are all fake, so now we can just move on with our lives and start making more rumors. We all know that Konami and Hideo Kojima had a very, very bad breakup, and people chose sides and friends were split up and it was so messy and someone was crying and eating chocolate. But it seems like Konami has some pretty hard feelings toward its other ex-employees as well. According to the Nikkei Asian Review, Konami has been filing complaints to gaming companies who hire its former employees. And apparently the former employees, who are known as ex-cons, aren't even allowed to put their Konami experience on their public resumes. Which may not be the best move if you ever want anyone to work for your company again. Just, be cool, Konami. Like, seriously. You just keep screwing yourself. Chill out. Sit down. Go outside. Read a book. Take a sip of water. Go to yoga. Well, that's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for joining us again. Welcome back from E3, everybody. It's been a long ride, and we're so excited to be back. And remember, for more news from every corner of the internet, be sure to like this video, and if you're new around here, give us a subscribe. Subscribe to the know. Thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this update. DollarShaveClub.com delivers amazing razors right to your door, so you don't have to keep using the same dull, gross razor because it's a pain to get them from the store. They've got a whole lineup of razors too, so you can decide how fancy you want to get, plus little extras for shaving or just, keeping yourself clean, like Dr. Carver Shave Butter or Mint Cedarwood Body Cleanser, really, really nice lavender amber soap. It's so nice. They even got some stuff for your hair, so now all your needs for grooming are covered. Dollar Shave Club is so confident in the quality of all of their products. Now you can get your first month of the club for just $1, and the shipping is free. After that, it's just a few bucks a month, no long-term commitment, so you can cancel whenever you decide to try that sweet beard during No Shave November or whatever. There's no hidden fees. There's no reason not to do it. So get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/now.